Come here. Hey. Hi. Oh, well, can we just take a quick moment? Oh, just say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. It's Winnie. Do you have your sweater on? Because it's cold, huh? Okay, I'll let you be. No, stay here. Oh, you're gonna leave? Come here. Winnie. Okay. I guess she doesn't want to be in today's video. I'm gonna get comfortable. Hello everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had an amazing holiday season. I hope that your new year is getting off to a fantastic start for the 2023 year. I wanted to come on today and give an update on how I'm doing, how I'm coping. Up until now, I've really just tried to keep it about Ray and give updates about Ray. And I think that because so many people have been asking me in the comments of each video how I'm doing, I felt like it was important to come on and tell you all. Gosh, I by nature am a natural communicator. There are aspects of my life that I don't mind sharing with people because I find it very therapeutic to share my story and to actually verbalize and communicate, put a voice to what I'm feeling. And I feel like when I do that and I'm putting my story out there, whether it be when my mom passed, when my sister passed, when my marriage ended, and now with Ray's diagnosis of stage 4 cancer at 28, I feel like it has helped me work through and accept and come to terms and get past those issues. I have had a rough 5 years, I'm not gonna lie. I am not somebody who likes to go to the woe is me, that is not me. But the last 5 years have been hard, and before Ray, I felt like I was doing good. You know, I felt like I had accepted the new normals of my life as they came. And I say the new normals because when somebody like your mom passes away, you now have to get used to a new normal. When your sister passes away, you now have to get used to a new normal. Your life is not going to be what it once was. When a 17-year marriage ends, you have to get used to a new normal. When Ray got diagnosed, I felt like I needed to continue to go at 180 miles an hour to keep life going as normal as I could for all of us, because I felt like if I didn't keep going and keep life normal, that Ray's cancer was going to then define all of our lives. And what I'm realizing is, oh wow, that was such a naive way of thinking. And I felt like it was a form, or I feel like it was a form of denial, which then led me into sinking into depression. And I don't know that I really got into deep depression when my mom died, when my sister died. When Jeff and I divorced, there was a degree of depression there, but it was, gosh, nothing compared to what I have felt over this last month. I was able to still work. I was still able to continue on with my days. Was it a struggle? It was. Did I have to challenge myself and push myself? I did. But with Ray, this hit me hard, and it paralyzed me in a way that I couldn't control. And I've always been a person that is mind over matter, and when I'm going through something, I can see and sense what I'm doing and that it's not normal and it's not healthy. And I've always been able to identify, be very self-aware that way, and give myself the moment that I needed and then pull myself out of it. But with this, I just kept sinking and sinking, and it got to the point where I just couldn't function. I couldn't get out of bed. I had made myself sick, and I didn't know that depression could make you feel as physically sick as I was feeling, as exhausted and tired as I was feeling. And I just wanted to escape the world. I wanted to disappear from the world for a little bit and just be. And I don't think that that was the healthiest thing to do. But at that point, I feel like I was in survival mode. I wouldn't say there's nothing worse, because that is such a poor choice of words. I wouldn't wish any parent watching, oh, there's a plane, I don't know if you can hear it. I wouldn't wish any parent watching their child go through cancer and going through chemo and the journey that I would imagine every cancer patient goes on. I can't speak for every cancer patient, but I could assume that it is probably one of the roughest journeys that they've ever gone on in their life, because it is mental, it is physical, and watching Ray, watching Ray go through this and go through the chemo and go through all the stages of acceptance, coming to terms, grieving, uncertainty, then battling the physical aspect of what the immunotherapy and the chemo does to him, and how many good days he gets before he gets another infusion, has been hard. Watching every infusion get harder and harder for him is such a helpless feeling as a parent. I would guess as for any bystander or caregiver who is there with somebody, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, you know, your partner, your grandparents, your parents, your best friend, whoever it is that is going on this journey with you, it's a very helpless feeling. And me being his mom, all I wanted to do was just make it better for him, or take some of what he was feeling away, and I couldn't do it. Nothing I did could make it better or would make him feel better. Nothing I said. And it was one of those things that you just had to watch ride out and try to make his day a bit easier for him, and try to keep him motivated and driven to fight this battle. And how do you do that when you're sinking yourself? I feel like I was putting on an award-winning performance some days, because I'd put my game face on. I would go into Ray's house. I would, you know, do what I needed to do and stay as positive as I could, and you know, try to show him that there's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel, but I don't know that every day that I did that, that I fully believed it myself. And what a reality, you know? I feel like such a crap mom for not 100% fully believing or knowing how this was gonna turn out. There is so much uncertainty with this, and I felt like I had to tell Ray, no, you're going to beat this, you're going to beat this. And it's so hard to keep saying that to him when he is as sick as he is from each infusion and suffering the side effects that he's suffering as each infusion progressed. I think that I was under the misconception of once one infusion had been done, that we then knew what we were in for every infusion thereafter, and that hasn't been the case. Every infusion he has had different side effects, and every infusion he's reacted differently to the same medication that he's being infused with every 10 days. And so I guess that would be, you know, just with my educated guess, the amount of poison that is being pumped into his body to kill these cancer tumors, and how it's affecting the good cells as well as the bad growing cells. And it's hard. And so I just, in all the years that I've been on YouTube, which is 8.5 years now, I've never taken anything more than a week off of work. And I think I've only done that one time in 8.5 years. But at Christmas time, I knew that the holidays were hard. And I think that that was the beginning too of me spiraling into this dark place, because I am such a traditional person. Traditions mean everything to me. Family means everything. I love traditions. It's what I look forward to most for the holidays. And this year there was nothing traditional, there was nothing normal about the holidays. Everything felt wrong about how we celebrated the holidays this year, because I had to make it fun and festive for Allison because she deserves that. But at the same time, there's Ray on the couch, you know, sick, nauseated, whatever his side effects were from the chemo that he had just been infused with 3 days before Christmas. And so lucky Ray, his worst feeling day was Christmas Day, and he was laying on the couch sicker than he had ever been, and we were in the other room celebrating Christmas with Allison, and I felt guilty, it felt wrong, and it just wasn't fun. And if I'm being 100% honest with you, I just couldn't wait for the holidays to be over this year. I just wanted them done. I couldn't get my Christmas decorations down fast enough because I just wanted to get through them and focus on getting through the cancer. And oh man. And so that's been hard. You know, Allison feels a shift in the energy and in the where the attention is. Before Ray's cancer, you know, we had a once a week family night on Sundays or Mondays, and it was our Sunday dinners and game board night. And that was, you know, the majority of the attention that Ray got, other than the phone call every day, you know, how was your day at work, which Allie really never saw or was affected by. And so, you know, most of my energy went toward Allie and work and homeschooling Allie. And so she has seen the shift of where my energy is now split in so many different areas or aspects of my life, and there is more attention being given to Ray because of doctor's appointments and sickness, and it's different for her. You know, is she acting out? She's not, absolutely not. She's a champ. She is doing her schoolwork and being responsible and independent and really helping me that way. And I make sure to tell her every day how much I appreciate her hard work and staying dedicated and doing what she needs to do, that it's one less thing that I have to worry about, and I appreciate her for doing that. Kayla, you know, is still doing school and work and helping with Ray, and I just decided that I needed to take the month of January off. And I've uploaded just a couple of days here and there just to keep my channel going, so I have some kind of revenue coming in. But other than that, I really just needed this time. I feel like I knew that I was ready to come out of the darkness when I was ready to talk about what I had been going through as a caregiver and as Ray's mom. That's my way of processing and working through the stages of anger and grief and denial, I guess, that I was in. I don't even know that it was denial, because really I wasn't denying much of anything. Maybe, I don't even know. It wasn't denial, because I was feeling everything, and I was, the uncertainty was what I think really was taking a hold of me, is not knowing what the chemo is doing for Ray, if it's working. Gastric cancer is one of the cancers that isn't super receptive to chemo, although the chemo that Ray is on is very effective for this gastric cancer, and paired that with the immunotherapy. But there's still a degree of uncertainty until you get a PET scan and you actually see for yourself what's happening. Do I think the cancer's getting worse? I don't. I really don't, and that's not false hope. I don't see Ray declining in health. The only declining that I see is from the results of the chemotherapy, you know, every 10 days having an effect on him, whether it's his fingers tingling, his feet tingling, the extreme sensitivity to cold that he can't even go outside anymore on a cold day. He can't walk through Walmart through the freezer section because it hurts him. But I don't think he's getting worse, and so it'll be interesting to see what the PET scan says. My fear is the what if the chemo isn't shrinking the tumor, and how do I pick Ray up from that and tell him, well, we got to keep going, there's something else to try. And I know I shouldn't go there. I know I need to cross that bridge when we get to it, but when that day gets closer to the PET scan, I feel like that's when my anxiety starts building up, and the fear of the unknown and the anticipation of what's going to be said when we go to see Dr. Merla, his oncologist at City of Hope. And so, like I said, one of the things that I do when I'm processing and accepting is I communicate through a vlog, or I write in a blog, and I've always been able to articulate what I'm feeling more so when I put pen to paper or my fingers to the keyboard and I type in a journal, more so than I guess I am able to verbalize it, which is weird. I'm a good communicator, I think, verbally anyway, but when it comes to my feelings, I find it really hard to articulate them verbally. And when I sit down and I start writing, the feelings just come to me, the inspiration, the words just come to me, and I'm able to articulate it. And that was something that I did during my divorce, and the year after was blog the journey that I had been on and what I was feeling and the stages that I went through during that period of time. I didn't do it with my mom and my sister, but I did do a vlog for all of them. And I feel like by me putting my story out there, it can help somebody else who is probably going through the same thing and maybe hears that I was feeling this way, but I was able to pull myself out of it by this mentality or that mentality, or just being able to recognize that I needed to do it. I'm not much of an exerciser, I'll tell you that. Never have been, but Kayla does, on days where I'm not getting out of bed, tell me to put my jacket on, put my beanie on, and we're gonna go for a walk. I miss snowboarding a lot. That's my peaceful place, and I just feel like, one, it's too expensive to go right now with taking time off of work, and two, I don't have the time. But if I could escape to go up to the mountain and just ride on the chairlift and look out at the mountains and the snow and hear the peacefulness that you get when you're on the chairlift, I would do it. Because that is like one of those places to me that is my peaceful place, my happy place. And so, but you know what? I'm not gonna go up there until Ray and I can go together. And that's just what I need to do. I've taught all my kids how to snowboard. Ray was my first, and up until this year, my 28-year-old son always wanted me to go hit up the mountain with him and his friends. And so I'm looking forward to doing that next year. So yeah, today, like I said, is Tuesday the 24th. Ray had an appointment with Dr. Merla today, where Dr. Merla was happy with the way that Ray actually looked. He said that Ray looked the best that he had looked ever, and that Ray didn't even look this good before he started treatment, and that he said that Ray was putting weight on in his face, and he was happy to see that. Ray's blood work is amazing and looks great, and he did he palpated Ray's stomach or his abdomen and kind of really pushed in there, mainly where his liver is, where the cancer had metastasized to. And because Ray wasn't even flinching, there was no pain, Ray wasn't jumping off the table, Dr. Merlo was pleasantly surprised and kind of shocked. He was expecting that where he pressed on Ray's liver, that Ray would feel pain from the tumor. And so we can only hope that that is a positive sign that the chemo is shrinking it. He did go ahead, like I said, and he ordered 6 more infusions of the same chemo that Ray is on. And then again, after the 6th infusion, Ray will probably have received the approval from his insurance company to get a PET scan, and we will have more results in a month. But until then, it's just kind of more of the same, and I just wanted to come on and give you an update on how I'm dealing, what I've been through, and maybe somebody can identify with what I'm going through and they're having the same struggles. This is not something that I would wish on anybody. It is definitely a life-changing event. And when I said that I didn't want to let the cancer define our lives, I felt like that was a very naive statement, because now being almost 5 months into this journey with Ray, it has 100% monopolized our lives, because we are in the fight for Ray's life and for him to beat this cancer. And I wouldn't be doing anything else because he's my son. That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm gonna pull myself out of this dark place that I've been in, and I'm gonna get back to doing what I love, and that is creating here on YouTube, because that is very therapeutic to me, and it's what I need to do to show Ray, Kayla, and Allie that we need to keep going on. And I had a little bit of a longer moment than I typically have, but it is what it is. I feel like I'm not going to be too hard on myself for that, because along with Ray's cancer, there have been some trials and tribulations that I haven't spoke about here on YouTube that I've been dealing with that have taken a toll on me, and maybe at some point I will share that with you, but right now it's not something I'm ready to share with anybody. It's been something that has been going on for a prolonged period of time. My health is good, at least I think it is, with the, I guess, exception of battling an ongoing kidney infection from stress and a bit of the stomach flu. But for the most part, yes, I believe that I am healthy. It's just one of those things that I'm going through right now, and it's been going on for a while, and I'm hoping that at some point an end will come to it. But until then, I'm just gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna stay positive, or I'm gonna try to stay positive, and I'm gonna do what I love, and that is create for all of you here on YouTube. I will ask that you all continue to keep us in your thoughts, your prayers, your well wishes. Send us your energy, your good vibe, and your strength, because 100% we feel it. And there are days, like I've said in the past, where I read a comment and it was meant for me to read that specific comment on that specific day, on that specific time, and it helped me get through the day, or it put a smile on my face, or it gave me just the push that I needed to maybe change my frame of thinking. And so with that, I want to thank each and every one of you for staying with me during this time. If you just keep watching my videos, it will give me the time off that I need when things do happen, like this past month, or things to come with Ray, when I just can't put in the time into the work or my videos that I need to. But I can promise you that I am in the midst of creating now. It's not as much as I used to, but it is what I can do, and I am hoping to get back to where I was here in the near future. But until then, everybody, thank you again, and I ask that you stay happy, you stay safe, you stay healthy, and most of all, stay positive, because every day I sure as heck am trying. Bye for now.